nice and all kinds of crazy stuff. It's called
Welcome back to Soundcheck, a show by Learner to Learner, which is a channel that's a collaborative learning channel where people come together and learn from each other. Soundcheck, we're going to talk about all things audio. Previously, prior to this hour, we have RØDECaster User Meetup where people would meet and talk specifically about RØDECasters, even though we didn't have a lot to talk about. Therefore, we brought the conversation of just general sound audio into that conversation, but we're also carrying that conversation now onto this session, this 1 hour session of Soundcheck. Let's see. All right. Who do we have? We have Jeremiah joining us from the other conversation. Hello, Jeremiah.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for having me.
And we also have Rob. Hello, Rob.
Hey.
Charles will be right back, so we'll get to talk to him here in a bit. We have Arthur also joining us. Hello.
Hey, how are you doing? The Commanders are for real.
Can we still call him Washington? Because that's the way I remember it.
I'm pulling for him.
I grew up a Redskins fan. I still blurt it out now and then. But,
I have mixed feelings about that because I was born and raised in Dallas.
Oh,
a place called the Cowboys. But I worked in NASCAR with Joe Gibbs. So
no way.
Yeah.
Wait, so let me get this straight. You guys, Cowboys and Indians?
That was good. I like that.
And of course, you just heard from Matt. Matt, for joining us first time on Soundcheck.
Welcome. Thanks.
Thank you so much. And we also have Cindy Lou joining us from New Zealand. Let me add her and get myself out of the way. Hello, Cindy Lou.
Hello. How are you all?
Hey, New Zealand.
New Zealand is in
I've
the
flown
house.
over it, but I've been there.
You've what? You've flown over. Where were you flying?
Australia.
I went with Fox Sports to cover the Bathurst 1000 race in Australia.
I see. Okay, so we've got people from all around the world joining us now. We have is it six people? Charles will be back. We have 6 people joining us on Zoom. And Jeremiah, I don't know what you did to your sound. You suddenly sounded like too loud. Like your sound seems distorted. What did you change? Okay.
Well, on the RØDECaster, I move
there
it
you
up and down the dial, the dial. So instead of pushing the mute button, I just leave the audio on, and whenever I want to talk, I just move the dial up. So I may move it up too high.
Okay. You can use if you don't want to, you can use your mute button. But Jeremiah, which RØDECaster do you have?
Dinosaur.
OG. Okay. All right. Dinosaur. The OG. We call it the OG RØDECaster, which it's still good. If you don't need all the extra bells and whistles, which I absolutely love, having the bells and whistles. Let's see who else. So Jeremiah using the OG, Rob very soon,
We'll have one, yeah.
and Charles used a RØDECaster Duo, and I know Cindy Lou has a RØDECaster Pro 2 as well, and not RØDECaster, but you have a Streamer X, I believe.
Well, I have
Matt.
a RØDECaster 2 as well.
Oh, you do?
Plug it
Okay.
up.
But right now you're using the
I'm using the
Streamer
Streamer
X.
X. It's just easier to set up.
Okay. And Arthur has a creator. Wait, what's it called? DLZ creator. My
I have
Mackie.
one of those too.
Yeah, DLZ creator.
Yeah.
The big
I got
one?
one of those.
The big one, yes. What is the small one
Yes.
called? Mini?
XS?
XS. XS,
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I don't have that one.
I got
I
one
don't
of
have
these
the Duo
mainstreams.
either.
What is that?
Remember that Mackie mainstream that I had?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
You were using that. You guys are changing.
Well,
Don't blame me on me getting people to buy gear. See, now that's a proof
Yeah.
that people
I
already
can't
bought
get
all
rid
the
of this
gears.
thing.
Oh, you can get rid of
Gear
it.
Buy it.
What's that? Syndrome? Gear acquire syndrome?
Gear acquire
we've all
syndrome.
suffered from
Gas.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, gear acquisition syndrome. Mhm.
Oh goodness. Well, Cindy Lou, are you on? Are you on your RØDECaster? Or no? You just plug directly into your headset into your computer, probably.
Yes, headset for sound and the computer mic for
Oh, okay. Cool.
mic.
Maybe I know we were carrying on the conversation earlier from I think Matt. You were talking to who is it? We were
John.
talking with whom?
I think John about his single chain problem.
Oh yes. Rob,
Oh,
your
sorry.
the issue.
Oh, the mic problem.
Yeah. The sound. You will when you watch back the replay, you'll know what we're talking about. It's
Oh
almost.
no, I can hear it.
You can
I know
hear
what
it.
you're talking about.
You
Oh,
can
yeah.
hear it in your ears. Oh wait, do you not
Yeah, on
have
the
your?
speakers? Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I know
so
what you're talking about. Yeah,
okay. So you hear it's almost like a flutter.
yeah. I think it sounds cool.
Sure.
I
As long
like
as
it.
it's intentional.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't bother me. I mean, I hear what people are talking about to some degree, but I mean, it's just not that bad to me. But I mean, but when I get the RØDECaster, I'll see what the difference is to what you guys say is a normal sound. So I haven't known what the normal sound is yet because I haven't had a mic that works properly yet, or at least I haven't routed a mic that works.
But how?
properly
So
Yeah,
how
I don't
would
think
you?
it's the mic. I have an RE2. And they don't
RE20?
sound like that. It's a.
so I
It
don't
sounds
know.
like
This-
it's a
I
phase
haven't-
issue somewhat, but I think
Oh.
it's digital. I think
So
it's
Yeah.
caused by the.
I haven't routed a mic on this show properly ever.
We're always
So
learning.
I don't know what proper is yet.
But
so far everything sounds really
But
cool.
Matt kind of has an idea of the signal flow, and what would be the simplest way, do you think, for him to use his RE20 and use whatever
Rode.
interface to connect to Zoom?
Well,
Well,
he held up
Yeah.
a Mackie.
Yeah.
So you could use that.
Yeah, I mean, you're trying. Yeah, I think it's the fact of the matter is Zoom didn't ever think about making that very expensive board compatible with their
Right. But
software.
But you think
Yeah.
it's you think it's Zoom, or is it just its signal? Like
I think well, he's going through OBS. I think it's OBS Zoom to the board. There's something in there that's, I think, if you bypass
Well,
one of
see,
those, it may fix the problem.
why does
It's
it need
not
to go
Zoom.
to OBS?
It's not going to be Zoom, I don't think, because I have the same problem when I'm in a chat room going through this in OBS.
So it's OBS.
So it's
as
so,
a
but
board.
why do you need to go into OBS?
Because that's how I route, that's how I control the source of signal to the chat room or to Zoom or to wherever. I have to go through there to get my video choice and my audio choices into the desired source.
So that's like a mixer.
Yeah,
The board
that's my
he's
video and
plugging
audio.
into the Mac doesn't recognize the Mac, right, or the PC, which is so
right.
it's a Mac.
I'm using a Mac Studio. Yeah. So I have to send my choice of audio from the board back to the Mac, and once it gets back to the Mac, then I have to use OBS to send it to the chat room. The source
Chat room as in like in Zoom.
Like what do they call it? What's that new chat room? It was Tiny Chat that I was going to. Now it's
Oh, I see. Like a
Chat or
different app,
something.
like a. Okay.
So yeah, but yeah, no. What I'm going to end up doing is using the RØDECaster on my MacBook Pro, and then I'll just be doing that exclusively when I come on these chat rooms. Because then I have another screen over here going to my MacBook Pro, and it'll run separate, independent.
There is an RE20 preset on. Well, wait, I don't know.
On the OG, I know I've been watching videos.
Is there? Yeah, on the OG, yes. I'm trying to think like, is there one on the OG? Yes, there is. And I actually kept some of my mic presets there. I did not wipe it back to factory settings. So it's just so you know, if you want to like some reference, you can obviously change anything you want. And Matt, do you have the OG RØDECaster?
I had it. I gave it away to a wannabe trainee.
Yeah, they gave it away.
It's aggressive on the RØDECaster Pro 2, like the presets that they set, like the compression was way too much. It's like it starts like at minus 20 something as a threshold. And just clamp everybody down. In fact, today I was listening to one of the live streams. I don't want to name anything. I was listening to a live stream, and somebody's voice was just like so compressed, like so hard that my ears were like, oh my gosh, it's kind of, well, it's probably, to most people it's probably okay, but because we do this all the time, and it's sounding like this, like, you know, it's compressed really hard, and I sound like soft, and it keeps every time somebody tries to speak, it's clamping it down. So it's hard to listen when it's so aggressive. I don't know why they set it so aggressively on the compression. I guess to avoid being too loud, it's just being extra cautious. But when you get yours, and we can do like a sound check again and test out your RE20.
Yeah, that might be another thing too with my board too. My board's brand new, and I have no compression, no limiters, nothing set at all on my entire board. So it might be completely wide open on everything.
But you're running it into a 286 where you have all that stuff.
Well, no, the 286 is not plugged in currently on this mic. So that's not even attached currently. So because I wanted
they were working on a 286 that would plug into a computer, but I don't think they ever released it. DVX was.
Apparently not this one.
I wish Sean would be here. Sean would know a lot more, like what Matt would.
I'm not really worried about it, because when I get that RØDECaster, it's not going to be a problem.
For the meeting, yes.
It
I think
really
it's a bit of
isn't.
overkill.
I really I want to learn about the lenses we were talking about.
Jeremiah?
No, I'm so sorry. I was agreeing about the RØDECaster Pro. It'll eliminate all that junk that he's got to deal with. But on the other end of that, I mean, are you willing to get rid of some of the stuff that could cause some clutter? So
no. I like my stuff.
That's the question.
All my other stuff works great for me.
It's the collection.
No, I'm
collection.
good. I like my stuff.
I mean, it's like a lot of people. I mean, I've always had multiple computers because I only edit my editing computer. All it does is editing. It doesn't have Zoom. It doesn't have. So I mean, it has Safari, but it's just I've basically got it broke on there, so you can't do things like that on editing on a computer.
I was kind of curious. Does anyone have those like little portable, I don't know, CPUs where they're really small and you can like download large files or documents on it, and it's not necessarily computer, but it holds your memory of those large files. Does anybody use those?
I don't know.
Not sure what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get the.
You mean a hard drive?
Yeah, like a hard
A friend
drive.
of mine has one. A friend of mine has one. It's
A
like
NAS?
about that big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it just storage or what?
It's basically storage. So you don't have it on your, like the videos, all your content, you don't have to put it on your computer. You put it on that little hard drive.
In my media, I do, because I have a Mac Mini. It's only 1 gig. So I have my.
We're all holding up memory cards.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. That's it.
Is it LaCie
Robert. Yeah, Robert.
Yeah, well, this is old school. He's got a newer one. Mine's
what is your SSD? Oh yeah, mine is the same. Is that T7?
There's an
Charles?
SSD.
Yeah, T7.
I have two T7s.
What is
The great thing about
name?
this one,
Yeah, we
is
got
you
SSDs and everything.
You
Those
can
will
change
be
it out real quick.
storage.
Yeah, there we go.
External storage.
Okay, I'm sorry. External storage drive.
External
I was
storage.
thinking
So
this was like some
storage
new
drive
piece
for
of tech
$200.
that I hadn't heard about. I was like,
Hey,
I
we're
was thinking
learning.
of something a little bit more complicated, like a NAS or something.
I have that too, but yeah.
Yeah.
External storage I guess what everybody, and I also have 2 that's connected to my Mac
server?
Mini, which is solid state. So SSD, so that it's faster compared to the spinning hard drive that we traditionally have.
What did you do with your old Mini?
I do not have a Mini. I have a MacBook Pro, my M1 MacBook Pro. It's in the shop right now, but no, I still have it. It's just that it was not when I was running my Ecamm Live, the fan noise was too loud to my liking. And so I have a Mac Mini when the Mac Mini came out, and it's good. No sound. In fact, I'm adding another person to the conversation right now. Glenn,
Let's go.
just join us. Yo.
What's up, Glenn?
you know,
Got a crowd here.
We
Yeah,
have
we're
a
getting
crowd tonight. And tonight, I can't
Hey.
go long. Tell you what, because I have a 7 a.m. call time tomorrow.
Oh, here we go. Here we
all
go.
right, Glenn.
What
There
happened to
you go.
staying up
Hey,
here
so-
until like 12 o'clock? at
Wah,
night like
wah,
you
wah.
used to?
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. So, with the Opus, or I'm sorry. So with the Zoom call, John, you have a paid subscription so you can go longer than like the 30,
Yes.
45 minutes or whatever.
Correct.
And then you have the subscription for
Ecamm Live. Yes.
Ecamm Live.
And
Okay,
I'm looking
is
at
there-
Charles.
Any other subscriptions that
so
you
proud
use
of
to
you.
go live on and run this operation that you're doing now?
No, those are the 2 subscriptions. And for the longest time, I avoided that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Tell
call
me-
it the
you
John
said-
Ong effect.
I thought you were getting a few months free on the like a free trial or something like that on the Ecamm. And
Yeah,
I
you
see it's
can.
only 2 weeks.
I think a couple of weeks probably.
Yeah,
Like a couple of weeks full feature. So I would suggest if you want to try it out, make sure you get everything else set up, and so that you can actually fully test it. Because the Pro subscription is what I have, and that allows you to do more things, and Zoom is one of them. So if you want to incorporate Zoom callers into your show, this is probably the easiest way of doing it. Glenn, if you are ready, feel free to pop on your camera and we'll add you to the feed. Otherwise, you can stay audio also if you want to, but you're welcome to join us. So we'll see if we can crash my machine. Nope. My processor is 27%.
Wow.
CPU is
So-
only 27%.
Interesting.
I
And we can
finally
go all
was
the way
able
up to
get
8
the,
people, right?
8
2,
people,
4, 6.
correct.
I was
I
finally.
thought it went up to 11 or something like that.
Ecamm, you mean?
Yeah.
It could be more if you have Zoom will allow you to have
Oh, Zoom,
8
yeah, it
callers.
goes.
Yeah, Zoom allows you to add up to 8 callers, and then your interview mode can have additional. I think the 12 people or something, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, yeah, but with the latest update with Active Speaker, you could have more than.
Yes, through Active Speaker.
Right.
So the latest beta It's not released yet. Today's the first day they released the beta. They released the beta this afternoon. I'm running it right now. It's actually quite stable. Knock on wood, we haven't crashed
I
yet.
always run the beta.
So I'm on the beta right now. So what he's referring to is when you, I think we talk about it
John,
in the
I had a
previous show.
question.
Hang on just a second, Ray. Hang on just a second. When what Charles was referring to is because we mentioned that in the RØDECaster user meetup and not here, with the latest version of beta of Ecamm Live allow you to have active speakers to include people who are not added as a camera. So you can add individual callers as cameras, and that is maxed up at 8. But if you have active speakers, anybody in the meeting will speak. It will show up. Their face would show up on the active speaker. So you technically don't need to. As long as they're speaking, you can see them pop up. Okay, Ray. Sorry.
That'd be great for Clubhouse. All the Clubhouse voices, you could bring all of them in.
Ray, go ahead.
Sorry.
Ray.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Ray, go ahead.
Yeah. So,
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Oh.
Yes, we can hear you. Ray, go ahead.
Okay, great.
Wait, where is the?
Yes.
It's coming in from. Did you have Ray? Do you have the video live stream on also, Ray?
Yeah.
Okay, can you mute that?
I got it. I turned down YouTube.
Okay, there you go.
Is it echo still or no?
No, it's good.
All right, great. So my question is, you ever heard of this app? It's called Trello. Have you worked with that? Trello working with the Zoom calls, and it basically kind of records everything and organizes everything. It's a little like I don't know if you call it like the meetup, but I would say it's like a Google Calendar, but you're talking on the calendar and you set up the calendar per client. Have you ever heard of Trello?
I have. Did anybody
Have you
use
used it?
I've heard of Trello, but never used it. Is that a paid subscription as well? Because I run from those.
No, it's not.
See, Jeremiah and I are friends.
Certain of the features are paid. It depends on what you're going to do.
Cindy, I thought when I see people using Trello, it was typically when like for podcasters, they use Trello to plan their programming, and then they write their talking points and what they want to talk about. That's what I know Trello's for. So, how do you compare that?
Trello has a lot of power-ups now that you can add on. So I don't know if Zoom is a power-up.
Trello?
Great question,
Ray.
Yeah, Ray. What do you think?
What are you trying to accomplish?
I'm working on my business, and I'm doing more consultant. So I was trained on Trello, but I don't really. The only reason why I'm questioning it is because I don't like the after effect. It always has it always does a delay.
Wait a minute, what's going on here?
Is your UPS?
No,
what is that
someone's
beeping?
burning something. Something's burning.
That's not my. That's
is that
not
you?
on my end.
Okay, it's on. Let me see. It's mine.
It's not me.
It's mine. HomePod check-in available. What is that? So it's mine. Sorry, I don't know. Alarm sound detected. Let me see. Let me go.
What is going on,
Are
man?
you cooking something?
You're burning your pot roast.
It might be serious, you guys. I don't know.
You guys talk. I'll go find out.
Yeah, we'll hold it down for you.
So
We gotcha.
So you're doing so you got trained on Trello to use Trello for this, and what are you doing in regards to business?
Well, I'm doing
Right.
consultant business, so I wanted to every time when I talk to the client, I wanted to give them the recording of it. And then Trello was the way you set it up as their email. It's just you and the person on the email, basically, is what Trello would do. But I thought maybe something more in Google, since I have all my stuff set up in Google. Like I could do, you could set up a lot in Google, so I don't know if it would be better for me to do the recording and send the actual recording to the client once I'm finished.
Okay. So I deal with this kind of stuff every single day. This is what I do.
Really? Really?
Well, yes, I run a software and virtual assistant company. So yeah, I do this every day. That being said, if you're going to be are you going to be sharing a lot of files with them?
No, I just wanted to get them acquainted, get them used to, exchanging online. They're basically beginners. It's more like I'm into beauty and fashion, so it's more like a consultant thing to keep them more focused and grounded.
Okay. So here's what I would do. I would share all you're doing Zoom calls with them, I'm assuming?
Correct.
Okay. So I would record all your calls in the cloud, okay? So you don't have to worry about on-device storage, okay?
Okay.
You get so much, it's not a lot, but it's enough to work with. I will lay down my rant about Google Drive organization real quick. Stop using folders and start using shared drives. Okay, even Google themselves do not use folders. People way overutilize folders. You end up in this, like, you get five
I don't use folders, but I use the drive.
So what I would do is I would highly encourage you to sign up for a workspace account, an actual business account, okay? If you're using a free Gmail account, you need to stop. No legitimate business uses a free Gmail account, period. That's end of discussion. Pay $6 a month, get a workspace account.
With Google,
with a workspace
right?
account, you can have, correct. With a workspace account, you can have what they call shared drives. And you can they're virtual drives. That's all they are, okay? And you can name that drive whatever the heck you want. You can name it your client. And so this way you can just dump in files. So every time you have a Zoom meeting with them, you record it to the cloud. Once it gets done recording, okay, download it straight into that shared drive that they have access to. And so everything lives in that drive.
Okay. Say your name again. I'm sorry.
Charles.
What is your Charles? Charles, can
before.
can I hire you and we do like a test on it so that this way I can be prepared?
You can't hire me, but you can hire my team.
Charles, come on. Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay, and what's the information I need to contact you? Will you give me a Clubhouse, a Buddy Pal discount?
I don't get on Clubhouse anymore, but no, we are very, listen, we are very more than competitive when it comes to pricing. So just go to getpinnacle.ai and you'll see our virtual assistant program. You can find out all the information in there, schedule a discovery call. So.
Okay.
Aren't you on YouTube?
I just need someone to help me to set it up.
Find me on YouTube.
Basically, I just have to practice with someone because a lot of times people, you could be professional, but when you're going towards professional things like online, I think you have to practice until you get it perfect. And I'm into perfection more so because I want to be the best Ray.
Cool. So I would tell you to not have that mindset, and to just, like they say in live streaming, just hit record. You will figure it out as you go.
Okay.
There are a lot of things. Yes.
Think media. Think media.
Yeah, exactly. You can lay out the best SOP in the world, and then you put it into real life practice, and there's going to be things that you're going to have to change. That's just, that's how it works. So, just come up with a base plan, kill them with kindness, and don't be afraid to tell people that you're new.
Okay.
People respect transparency. They respect honesty. They don't expect you to be perfect. They don't expect you to have all the answers every time.
No, I don't
What they do
mean being
expect.
perfect. I mean, I have to
No,
make mistakes in order to be perfect, but I just want
I
to,
understand.
I always like to
Yeah.
fine tune. Maybe that's it.
Can I
Well,
get some clarity
you
on something that was said earlier? I don't want to
sure.
interrupt, but I'm kind of curious. You said get rid of the Google Drives and go to Workspace. Can you tell me the difference and what is it?
Get
The
rid of your
folders?
free Gmail account. Oh, so you're confusing two different things. So I said get rid of folders and go to shared drives. Even Google themselves does not, like, you go into some of these Google Drives, and I don't see how anybody finds anything without clicking 50 million times to get down to the actual file folder that they need. They think they're organizing because they're like, oh, everything's in a folder. You know, I've got clients, and then, well, I've got clients 2025, 2024, and then I got broken down by month, and oh, that's the third week of the month, so let me create a folder for that. And oh, let's alphabetize the folders for all the last names. Like, it's insane. Because guess what you do? You go to your friendly search bar at the top of Google Drive and you type in whatever the heck you're looking for. That's efficiency. That's why Google doesn't use folders. They use shared drives for departments. So like this department will work off of one shared drive. So they know all their files are in that shared drive. And when they're granting access to team members, they don't have to worry about these crazy folder permissions because like, oh, if they're hired for this department, they just need access to this drive. That's everything they need.
Okay, so the paid version for that is $6. The Workspace,
$6-7 a month for Google Workspace. Yeah, and that way you can have an email that is actually your domain, instead of a free Gmail account.
And
okay.
how would
I
you hook
understand.
that up to? Oh, sorry, you finished or no?
No, I was just thinking and appreciating what he was saying.
Okay. How about if you was like, I already have websites set up in WordPress, but I'm not good with I have to find someone to help me technically out a little bit more because I'm just overwhelmed with doing so much because I do too much actually, and I just don't have enough hands to do it. So I think I have to bring in like to have like an assistant to help me out more like technically. But I don't, because what I'm finding is just that sometimes when you get a technical person, they overwhelm you with everything. They think you should start from the beginning. I think that it's not necessary. I think you have to tweak things and move on. And people in
Well,
tech, I find they don't like to tweak.
I don't know if I would make that big of a generalization, but you know, I mean, you have designers, you have strategists, you know, whatever you want to call them. They will design your platforms, they'll advise on the platforms and systems that you should have in place. And then you have doers. You have to decide which one you want. You know, virtual assistants are doers. They are not going to tell you what the best practice is. They're not going to do any of that. They're going to wait for you to tell them exactly what you want them to do, and then they're going to execute that. If you're wanting someone to kind of walk beside you through the journey, you're probably looking for, you know, call it a protege, an apprentice, or
coaching,
another aspiring entrepreneur, maybe a coach, depending on the type of coach. You know, you just have to decide what you really need. You know, because like when I do consulting, I take a look at your business, I tell you what you need, and then I'll walk away. It's up to you to implement it. I'm not going to sit there and consult for days on end and have some drawn out discussion. I'm going to say, okay, you explained your business to me. You told me your problems and the things that you're trying to achieve. This is what you need to put in place. This is what you need to buy, purchase, hire for, whatever. I walk away. That's what you need. I gave you the information you need. Now what you do with it is up to you. But not all consultants are that way. So you just have to find someone that meets you where you're at for what you need.
it seems like it's been really kind of a struggle for me for some reason, all the people that I kind of met on X, and I tried to work with them, but I was working with this guy and he was coaching me, but he just confused me, because of his style and the way he does his work. He kept switching backwards and forwards. So I got a little confused. So I didn't want him to work with me because he wasn't listening to me. And I think sometimes, I don't know if I'm being too narrow-minded, but I think sometimes in business, I think it's very difficult for women because sometimes women take, maybe to me, for me personally, I take a little bit longer to get where I'm going because it's like a recipe. I have to know how much pepper, how much salt, the butter. I have to know all the particulars in order to be able to, have it all laid out. And I think my communication wasn't well.
And I get that, and we could go all around the globe with this. This is kind of like one of those discussions that's never ending. There is no absolute right answer, and that's why I say you have to find someone that fits you where you're at and what you're looking for. That's really the best advice I could give you. You're going to have to find someone that matches your speed, your personality, and what you're looking for.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, that's really all the advice I can give you.
Hey, welcome back.
All right. Thank you so much, Charles. I appreciate that.
Thanks you all for carrying on the conversation. I will tell you a quick update, two updates, and then we'll probably have to wrap. So there is the beeping that y'all heard was like a sensor, water sensor. So there's an area where the water main comes in. I think there's a leak or condensation. I'm not sure. So there's like water on the foundation that we can see. So at least we hear the beep and we know what to do before it's too late. So this is inside the wall. So like behind the the drywall. So, but anyway, so with that said, I want to give everybody an opportunity to say anything or ask anything before we wrap, since I need to go deal with this thing.
Yeah, when you were talking about cameras and that F number thing,
Glenn will come to you. Yeah, f-stop.
The F thing, yeah, with the number like 1 point whatever.
That's the aperture.
Okay, the F aperture, is that on the camera or is that a lens thing?
Lens.
How do you find that on your lenses?
There should be an F number, something how many millimeter, and then it has an F number 1.4, 2.8. Sometimes if it is a zoom lens and it has
it'll be on one of the rings.
Yeah, turn it sideways, and sometimes it won't have the letter F. It'll just say 1 point or 2 point or 4
this
point.
Crazy thing says ST11-16 F2.8.
F2.8. There you go.
That's it.
F2.8.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad.
No.
But you want to get down to about 1.8, 1.4 though.
And then like there's all kinds of numbers on some of these things.
Yeah.
Then 18 to 55.
So the
that's the length of the lens.
That's the kit lens.
That's a zoom lens. If it's like something to something. And then, is there anything else, Rob?
I'm just trying to figure out which one's the best one. This one just says EF.
Well, the best is right. If it depends on what best means.
I was trying to get one like the one you guys are using for your.
Well, let me ask you this. This will help narrow it down. How close is the camera to where you're sitting?
Well,
you
reach out and touch it.
I have it right here. In my hand.
Yeah. No, I mean from you and your background.
When it's mounted. When you're going to be sitting in front of it, how far away from 2 feet?
Maybe 3 at the most.
So, okay.
When it's mounted, yeah. It'll be like
from you.
So it'll be arm's length, one arm stretched out.
Do you have any lenses that just have a single number on the side of them?
Yeah, I got this 50 right here. 50? Yeah.
Okay.
And this
and then any other ones?
I got this skinny one here, a 24 mm.
Okay.
SFE.
I would, if it's 2 to 3 feet away. Okay.
And I got this beast here, this weird thing.
You don't need that. I can go ahead and tell you that.
That's for outside.
So,
and then there's this one.
You don't need that. That's a kit lens.
And then there's this one.
So,
that's on it.
And what? That's a kit lens. So you're running the Canon EOS. Does it say EOS on the body?
It is it's EOS. It's
okay.
an M50 Mark II.
Okay, so run the 24 millimeter. It should be a 2.8. You'll be fine. It's the one with the single digit of 24.
Okay.
I run a Canon. And the only reason I ran a 16 prime lens was because it was less than an arm length away from me. It was like right in front of my face. So I needed a wider angle. Any further back than that, I would have been fine with, mid-20s to 18.
And this will give me like a video or a shot similar to what John's video.
Well, let me see. Your background is are you gonna be where you are? Like, so you have a wall right behind you, right?
Yeah, it's about 8 feet behind me.
Oh, it's 8 feet. What? It feels a lot closer. Is it a?
This is a 12-foot room.
So let me see.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
you'll be fine.
Yeah, that picture back there is.
I see.
It must just be the angle of the camera currently.
Oh well, this is you're looking through a webcam, a cheap old.
Okay,
HD
so
webcam.
So I mean 2.8 and 8 feet. Mine is about 4 feet away, and I have a 1.4, so I should be fine. Okay, wait, 2.8.
Depending on how much light you have, I mean,
this is F is 2.8. So that
I ran a 2.8 and had no problems.
Okay.
M50, Lalo said M50 solid.
M50 Mach.
It's a great camera.
And the only reason I got MK2 is I did some research and they said that has a clean HDMI on it.
Yeah.
So
M50 is a great full frame camera.
How what camera are you connected to right now?
Oh, the one you're watching or seeing me on is on a HD 1080p Logi.
So it's a webcam, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, but you have ways of connecting your M50 to your computer right now?
Yeah.
So then you mount that using the 50 millimeter 2.8.
Yeah, there's another mount up here. Yeah. So yeah, I put a quick release on the bottom.
Golly, he's got it all. He
does.
I got a bar going across here. Yeah.
He does.
Don't go any higher than like 24 millimeter. It'll be too close of a shot. Yeah. So like if you get
too close.
You said a 24 millimeter.
Well, he has a 50, so 24 will be wider.
It's going to be too close. He had one that was wider than the 50. He had another prime lens that was wider than the 50. It was a 20 something. 24.
Yeah, I'd only use the 24 or the 50.
Yeah,
I wouldn't go
this other
3 feet
ones.
away. He needs to be at 24.
Okay, is it
big old one?
No.
So wait, so he has.
If you're gonna go take photos, you can use that lens.
Are you saying that he needs to use the 50 millimeter or the one that is wider?
24.
So there's a 24. So you have a 24 2.8.
Yes.
Okay.
If it's a 24, it's a 2.8.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the one he wants to use.
And it said speed was like something like 10,000 or something.
Oh, don't worry about that.
Oh, okay. You're saying something about speed.
That's for shutter speed when you're taking photos.
Okay. Okay. So
you're fine.
There's nothing else to set then. Okay.
Yeah, Lalo said 24 is like a 35 on APS-C.
Correct.
Yeah. Whatever that is.
It's like a 1 point. What is the 1 point?
So the rest I'll have to
1.5 crop.
1.5, yeah. Crop factor. Okay, so now Glenn raised his hand physically earlier.
What's up, Glenn?
I'm can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. All right. I'm involved with a basketball game tonight, so I'm not in my standard place on my desk. I'm in my FaceTime cam, and however, I didn't want to let the gang down, so I am using my MV6 microphone. I just wanted to say a few words on it to see what you thought about it.
It's not bad.
Sounds
Bring
good.
it. Is how far is it from you?
I can't even
It's
see it in
like
there.
right here.
There you go.
Yeah, that's
Can you bring
nice.
it closer and just speak into
I
it?
just got the USB plugged into
The computer.
computer, and I'm sitting here, and my TV is like in front of me.
Can you bring it in closer
Unfortunately, the
to your
team's
mouth?
winning right now.
Yeah,
What now?
bring it closer to it so it's touching your beard, and just say the ABCs real quick.
Like bring it in closer so we can actually hear you.
E, F, G, H, I, J, K.
Yeah, that sounds very good. I mean, for it being so far away, it already sounds pretty good. This sounds even better.
Yeah, and a USB.
And of course, I have it on my notes that we are going to talk about that, like all the various different Shure microphones. But since we're not on the system, plus I have a leak, we'll carry that forward to next week. How about that?
Oh, don't double dribble.
So don't
Yeah,
talk about
works.
dribble. Dribble is a bad word for me right now.
Uh-oh. Charles has got his hand up.
I just want to say this. If you are in the central area of the U.S., south, if you're not letting your water drip, let your water drip, okay? I know everybody's got freezing weather right now.
17 in Nashville.
Snowing
Yeah,
here
it's-
in Florida.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's a
Houston,
lot of weather
Texas.
that a lot of us aren't used to.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
make sure, hopefully John's leak isn't too bad. But make sure you're leaving your faucets dripped tonight for sure.
Yeah, it
Public
was.
service
I think the
announcement.
coldest was last night, and so yeah, we'll have to go tomorrow. We'll take care of it. It's not like horrible, but it is leaking, so we're gonna take care of it. So come back next week to find out more.
Yeah.
See what the,
Yeah.
what
6
the
inches of
situation is. We'll
snow.
give you an update, and then maybe we'll
6
talk a little bit more about the Shure
John,
mics
I
too.
think you found the perfect teaser to get the crowd back.
Well, the thing is,
Come
we
learn
all
more about
heard
my
it.
water leak.
Like all of us heard the beeping. I was like, wait, who was it? Was it from Rob? I was like, wait, it's from me. And then what's confirmed that it was me was actually because it was not constant, so I heard it and then I don't, and it must be fairly fresh because we have a water sensor right there. So I saw on my Apple Home notification. It's like a critical notification that there's like an alarm going on. And that's when I was like, okay, it is my house. I need to go find out where it is. Of course, it's behind the wall. There's like an access in there. So find out next week what's up. And thanks so much. Thanks so much. All like 7 of you joining us. We just need Lalo to be here and we'll be perfect.
Oh, yeah.
AI's taking over your house, John.
Yeah, you got one of those smart homes. That's the problem.
Well, it's not about the smart home. I probably wouldn't realize that there's a leakage.
No,
going on.
it's a malfunction in the software.
Only John's
That's
house
what it
actually
is.
leaked.
Hey,
There's
look
no
at that.
leak. It's just a malfunction.
Yes, Aaron, you got the tail end of it. Nice crowd. Next time when you have time, I know it's teaching time changes, so you can't join us anymore, Aaron.
Tune in next week when John's house sweats.
maybe Lalo will
John,
come make us the number 8. Yes.
Yeah,
Not
if
the
I could ask you that quick
Uh-huh.
question. Do you remember very quickly that last issue that you had addressed with me last week about
Uh-huh.
using a different app? By the way, is my sound better now?
Yes, it's better.
What do you-
Using the correct microphone.
Okay, good. So remember I had that issue? I was
Yes.
typing stuff through
Yep.
Clubhouse, and then I was trying to use a different app. And you said it was using the TRRS
Mm-hmm.
instead of the TRS out of my DLZ creator into my phone,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
Do you remember that?
So, yes.
Yeah, so I just want to make sure I had that right. And also, I wasn't sure what I would be going out of. Next time, if you get a chance, I wanted to make sure I was going out of the correct out of my DLZ.
Uh-huh. So your DLZ, well, actually, Matt might be able to confirm too. Your DLZ has a TRRS input. Well, it's input and output. So
Yeah.
that
Is it
the-
both?
yeah, it's both.
Okay.
And so you are able to, and that's how it can send the sound from your phone to your DLZ creator, and as well as sending the whatever phone call, that phone functionality back into your DLZ, and DLZ can send the sound to whatever app you're using. So you just need to have that use a TRRS cable, male to male, connect your phone. Your phone does not have that because your phone has Lightning. So you need a Lightning to TRRS adapter. That let me see if it doesn't look like it, but
so I got this. This is the no, that's not the one.
It should be really skinny, like a pigtail. Yeah, the Apple one. And again, last week we talked about why we want to go with the Apple one.
Anyway, go ahead.
So yeah, it's really tiny. Do I have it here somewhere? Here it is. So
here we go.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Let's see about yours. Yeah, go ahead and show it to us. There you go. Doesn't. So maybe that might work.
I got Lightning on one side and the TRRS.
Maybe that might work. As long as it's TRRS. I'm not familiar if that is it or not, but you'll know if it works both ways. Then it is a TRRS, and that would just allow you to charge while you have the connector plugged in. So that's good.
Okay.
Phone?
And I think it's a 14. Do you have a 14 or 12? I can't remember.
A 14.
Yeah, 14. So then who was it? Was it?
You could go straight from the Lightning into the USB-C.
No. Yeah, that's the whole reason why he already has that. The reason why we're trying to do this is because the app does not support audio interface. So we have to use TRRS. And because his DLZ Creator Pro has a TRRS input, we're going to utilize that. So you would use that, plug into your phone, the TRRS cable. Do you have that already? I thought I saw something.
Yeah, I do have
Make sure it is a TRRS on both ends. And then plug one end into the adapter and then the other end into your DLZ Creator TRRS input.
Yeah, going into this from the Lightning.
So this goes to your phone, and then the
TRRS on this side.
And then the other end would go into your DLZ.
Yeah. Okay.
And that should work. And then you just use the DLZ input as your input source, essentially.
Okay.
And you control like all the volume through the TRS channel. And
There's two of me.
What is that?
Okay.
There's two of me.
Oh, wait.
He's multiplying.
That is. Who am I missing?
No,
I'm missing
Brady Bunch.
There you go. Okay. So I'm going to wrap up. It's a little bit earlier. Sorry about that. The leakage, and maybe try that and let me know. Since you have the cable already, Arthur, next week, let us know if it works.
Yeah, we'll do.
Okay. All right, thanks everybody. Thanks, Matt, for joining us for the first time, and Jeremiah also first time here. And who wants to buy Stream Deck XL? Contact Rob.
I just bought a new Stream Deck.
I got one.
Stream Deck XL. How much? Do you want people to
make me an offer? It's extra. I just bought it and I don't need it. Obviously,
okay.
All the crap on my
Leave it in the chat or in the.
What's the retail price?
Oh, if
was
only
it like
shipping wasn't so much.
$2.99, something like that.
Okay.
All right. Okay. We have to wrap this up. Otherwise, my house is going to get flooded. Okay. Talk to you all next week. Bye, everybody.
Take care.
See ya. Thank you for joining. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.